Once upon a time, in a small African village surrounded by vast plains and tall acacia trees, there lived a young woman named Abeni. She was known for her kindness and her radiant beauty. But Abeni carried a secret, one that no one in the village knew. Unlike the other villagers, Abeni was born with two skins. Her outer skin was rough, dull, and full of scars, making her appear ordinary, even unattractive. But beneath it lay a second skin, soft as silk and glowing like the moon, revealing a beauty so breathtaking that even the stars would envy her. Abeni's mother, an old wise woman, had warned her since childhood. "Never let anyone see the second skin, my child. True beauty is not for all eyes to see. It is a gift meant for those who look beyond the surface." Though Abeni understood her mother's words, she longed to be accepted. The villagers often whispered behind her back, calling her plain and unremarkable. Suitors passed her by, choosing women with bright eyes and smooth skin. In her heart, Abeni wondered if she would ever be loved for who she truly was. One day, the village chief's son, Olumide, announced that he was seeking a wife. The news sent excitement through the village, for Olumide was strong, wise, and kind. Every young woman dressed in their finest clothes, hoping to catch his eye. Abeni too wished to meet him, but she knew that with her rough outer skin he would never notice her. Still, she went to the gathering, standing quietly at the back while others danced and laughed. To everyone's surprise, Olumide did not choose the most beautiful women in the village. Instead, he watched and listened, looking for someone who spoke with kindness, who treated others with respect. As he walked through the crowd, his eyes landed on Abeni. Unlike the others, she was not trying to impress him. Instead, she was helping an elderly woman carry her basket and laughing with the children. Something about her felt different. Olumide approached her. "What is your name?" "Abeni," she answered softly. They spoke for hours that evening, and Olumide found himself drawn to her warmth, her wisdom, and her laughter. He didn't care that she wasn't the most beautiful woman in the village. Something about her made him feel at peace. As the days passed, Olumide spent more and more time with Abeni. Though he had not yet seen her second skin, he had fallen deeply in love. When he finally asked her to marry him, she hesitated. "Would you still love me if I were different?" she asked. Olumide smiled. "I love you for the person you are, not for how you look." That night, under the silver glow of the full moon, Abeni made a decision. She led Olumide to the river's edge, where the water reflected the stars like 1,000 tiny lights. "Close your eyes," she whispered. He did as she asked, and with trembling hands, she peeled away her rough, scarred outer skin. The wind carried it away, and beneath it her true self was revealed. Her smooth, radiant skin glowed like the rising sun, and her beauty was unlike anything he had ever seen. When Olumide opened his eyes, he gasped, "Abeni, you are..." She stepped back, fearing rejection. But instead of turning away, he reached for her hands. "You were always beautiful," he said. "But now I see the beauty that was always inside you, shining on the outside too." The next day, Olumide and Abeni announced their engagement, and the village rejoiced. Women who had once dismissed her now admired her grace, and men who had ignored her wished they had seen what Olumide had. But Abeni did not gloat. Instead, she smiled, remembering her mother's words. She had learned that true love does not come from outer beauty. It is found in the heart. And so, Abeni and Olumide lived a life filled with love and wisdom, teaching their children that the most precious beauty is the kind that can only be seen with the eyes of the soul. True beauty lies not in appearances, but in the kindness, wisdom, and love that a person carries within them. Those who look beyond the surface will always find the greatest treasures in life. Every video we create is made with love and dedication, bringing these beautiful stories to life for you. Your support means the world to us. If this story touched your heart, please show your love by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Together, we can keep these incredible tales alive for generations to come.